Today, you and I are going to do something truly special. We are going to learn to sail together. I don't know if any of you have ever thought about having a sailboat as a bug out vehicle, but I like to keep my options open, especially since I live right by the Pacific Ocean. I definitely want to make sure that I know my way around a sailboat and that I can definitely get my family out of Dodge if it were to be that the streets were blocked off and we couldn't get through traffic or the highways were shut down, that there is still a possibility for us to get away, even if it means climbing onto a sailboat and taking off into the horizon. And I understand that not everybody believes in a boat as a bug out vehicle, but like I said, it's good to keep your options open. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I learned this skill set because it's just such an important skill set to have, especially if you live near water. So we're here at the South Beach Harbor in San Francisco with our mask on because safety first. We are at the dock and we're getting ready to do some sailing. Whoa! Wow, that's pretty.
I'm gonna teach you like maneuvering, okay? So let's say I want to go left all of a sudden, okay? So watch forward. I'll tell you what I'm doing. Don't worry about that. Just me taking a right turn, okay? It covers a lot of distance. So look behind you. See where we started?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Now I'm gonna show you how to take the same turn, but much sharper. Like you heard it. I accelerated to get the turn going, and then I let go. So basically the rule is neutral. You know, you kind of go in neutral as slow as you can. You give it a little rub to get the water flowing over the rudder so it has maneuverability. And once you get the momentum, just chill out. Put the engine back in neutral. So you just glide in that turn. So you do it as slow as possible. So the terminology we all like to use is slow. In boating, slow is pro. When you're docking, but you're going to hit something. So if you're going to hit something, hit at a slow speed versus a fast speed. And when you, in some marinas, when you have to maneuver, you can't do it. You have to go accelerate, just give it a little oomph, and then put it in your neutral, and make the turn. So you're gonna have to make that turn. So you do this, spin the boat, and do it that way. All right. So what I want you to do is I'm gonna do a couple more times, and I want you to practice doing that. Okay?
Okay.
The accelerator. If you're ever in a scooter or a motorcycle,
Yes.
it's the same thing.
Okay.
And you don't want to go all the way. You need to go just a little bit, and then turn it. The other thing to remember. Where's the wind blowing from right now? Exactly. So you always want perfect. So you always keep in mind. So if I want to make the turn left, it's gonna be harder because I'm pushing against the wind.
The wind, right?
If I want to make the turn right, it's gonna be much easier.
Yeah.
So know that. So you need less momentum going forward.
Okay.
You can make a sharper turn. Okay. So work with the wind versus against it. But when you have to work against the wind, just be aware how it's gonna be harder. Don't ignore it because it's always gonna play a factor. When you start the marina, you have very narrow space. You don't really have room to mess around with. Like, you make it, you get it in a spot, or you hit something. That's all it is. You know? So when you're going in, you screw up. When the wind takes over, it just blows you one way or the other. So either you're going to hit somebody, or you're not. But the technique's going to be the same thing, inboard or outboard.
So wait, I'm pushing this way?
Try either way, and you'll know which way you're going. And then you look forward, see where, okay, the boat's turning that way. So you can get the hang of the first.
Yes.
And go from there. Yeah, that's perfect. You just give it a little, just help you make that turn. Perfect. I like it. That's really good. Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, see, like if the boat's turning out, that's good. Just give it a little to make that turn a little faster. That's all you're doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. And do you feel the turn?
Yes.
Slower versus faster turn?
Yeah.
The thing is, the goal is if you hold it in, the turn's going to be much wider. You just want to give it enough oomph. What happens, the way the boats turn is the current of the water, creating current over the rudder. As long as you have that, you have control over it. So think of it that way where it's like, oh, I need to have some forward momentum. That's all it is. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I thought it would be harder.
Yeah.
It's cool. so calm. Like one day I'm gonna have my own boat.
I got a friend that has 3 boats and he's fixing them up to sell them.
Oh. I'll probably be buying towards the end of this year. I wanted to learn how to sail a boat first.
No, that's fine. No, that's the way it should be. But then you can know what to look for, what things you like, what you don't like.
Yeah.
You see the green and red thing?
Yeah.
Those are channel markers tells you which way to go.
Uh-huh.
But the other thing to use them for is like when there's tide coming in and you forgot to check to see how strong it is. If it's tilting over one way or the other way, they just tie to a chain and it's floating on top.
Yeah.
So there's the current's going that way.
Okay.
The current's going in. It'll actually be like this.
Okay.
And then I think the Golden Gate way it's like this because the current's so strong over there. But you also want to check that because let's say you want to go a certain way and the boat only does like 4 or 5 knots and the current's 2 knots, like it's going to take you forever to get there.
Yeah.
So if you just change your schedule to when you need to go, you can go later time in the day and get there much faster. You can work with the current versus against it, or you can go somewhere else.
Ah.
Alright, so take this.
Okay.
You do some driving, I'll put this in sails. So go a little bit more to the, take the boat to the right.
Okay.
There you go, that's good. You just got a better angle of the wind. Look.
Okay.
Alright, you're sailing.
Yeah.
Not too bad, right?
No.
So when it's a common condition, it's easier to learn.
Yeah.
And once you get comfortable with those things, when it's rougher weather, it's like the same, like, oh my god, I don't know what's going on. Because the boat's leaning over too much, it's hard to control the rudder, everything. So what we're going to do practicing is go further out that way. And while you do, I'm going to release the sail, okay? So pick a direction, not too far to the right, a little bit. And I'm going to adjust the sail accordingly.
Yeah, let's not hit that boat.
You won't hit that boat, so keep pointing at it.
Okay.
You don't want to start turning, because when you do, you gotta communicate. But then I'm gonna adjust the sail instead. You know, so if you go closer to the wind, then I'm gonna bring the sail in closer. So it's totally fine, change course. But then I want you to communicate. Hey, adjust the sails accordingly, okay?
Okay. So even though we're going this way, they're going faster than us, so it doesn't
We're going
matter.
much faster, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll never hit them.
Okay.
Yeah. they'll be by Alcatraz by the time we get to where they are.
Okay.
Yeah. We're doing like 3 miles per hour. They're going like 20. So especially when they're further away too. Like if they were coming, like if somebody's ship was coming from way out there, guess what? They'll be on top of us in no time. So you have to start planning beforehand.
Yeah.
So you look out really far ahead. So where's the wind coming from? Look, pick a point and land.
Coming from this way.
Yeah. So where's the pointing? Where's it coming from exactly? Like the Coit Tower, or do you see that? Do you see the Golden Gate Bridge?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Is it coming more from Golden Gate or the Coit Tower?
The Coit Tower.
Okay. So if it's coming from the Coit Tower, that means you can go towards Alcatraz. Okay?
Okay.
So aim the boat at Alcatraz.
Okay.
And while they do that, then we'll adjust the sails, okay? So do you notice the sails? Look.
Oh,
it's
okay.
nothing.
Yeah.
So now you bring in tighter.
Okay. And now we straighten up. Okay.
Yeah. And the wind
So
actually,
just that little shift.
and look at the wind. It's actually not coming from Coit.
No.
It's coming so go a little bit off to the right. That way the sail can catch it. And let's say you had to go that direction. What you end up doing, you have to go this way.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to go this way.
Go that way.
Then this way. You kind of zigzag along the way. Because you can't sail directly where the wind's blowing from. But you can still sail pretty close to it.
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of zigzag your way there.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you just use the engine.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it slowly. We don't have it all the way out. So I want you to learn the technique so you can avoid it later, okay? So I want you to turn back towards the bridge.
Back towards the bridge?
Yeah. Don't freak out though, okay? The sail's going to do something funky.
It's going to...
Yep.
What is it?
It's called jibing.
Jibe ho.
Yeah, jibe ho, that's right.
I saw it on Failure to Launch.
There you go. Exactly. So keep pulling towards you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that would have hurt.
Okay, right now there's like 4 mile per hour winds. Not even. The more the wind, the faster that flies, the more powerful that is.
Yeah.
So even sitting there, right?
Yes.
If I find out, this would have whacked you in the face.
Okay.
You know, it's just even sitting down, it can cause damage. Not to just ourselves, it can cause damage to a lot of boats.
Yeah.
So just avoid it. So what's the other way? Go around
the long way.
Exactly. Yeah. And if you just do that every single time, people make fun of you, but like, screw you, my boat's gonna last longer.
Yeah.
You know, why cause damage to the boat?
Oh yeah, I don't care what people make fun of me.
Yeah.
As long as I'm gonna get there safely.
And have them call me. I'll tell them that that what they're doing is actually stupid. So that was the jibe. That's what we want to avoid doing.
Right.
To do that, you have to go fast enough. So get the sail exactly where you need it. Pick up as much speed you can.
Yeah.
And you're gonna turn. Don't do it right now. Yeah. You're gonna turn it that way, all the way, until the sail comes over to the other side.
Okay.
So you turn's very slow, and you can see it. It's happening. It's coming over to the other side.
Coming over.
So let it fully come over.
Okay.
Get some speed. Let it go further than it needs to, and then you bring the rudder back again.
Okay.
If you bring it back too prematurely, then it's gonna get stuck because you need speed again. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job. So that's called a tap. You know. So doing it that way is like very easy to do that. Whereas the jabbing is like, oh god, nerve-wracking. You know?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was much smoother.
Yeah. And we're doing it in light winds. Every time you increase the speed of the wind, it becomes like 4 times more dangerous. You know, so if you're doing a maneuver in 10 mile per hour wind, it's fine. But the same maneuver in 20 mile per hour wind is almost deadly. So you would think it's twice as hard. No, it's almost like it's exponentially worse for the boat and worse for you. The waves are a little higher, the wind's so much stronger, and the boats are not designed to be going past 25 mile per hour wind. That's like the maximum for most boats.
Okay.
Unless you have a custom boat or like it's designed for doing that, then it's different. So now I want you to do both things, okay? So you're gonna be sailing and adjusting your sails.
Okay.
So every little thing, I'll have you do more things, you know? So you're comfortable with the rudder now, so you know where the boat's going.
Yeah.
You know, and then if it's not turning where you want to, basically we're moving too slow. But there's a maximum speed a boat can do based on the physics behind it. So these are fun. They came really close. But right now it's too windy. Actually, they'll move a little faster. Yeah, there's not much wind, so I'll get the other one ready. Yeah. The sail's coming on that side, right?
Yeah.
Let's hold it down. Yeah, the other boats you'll usually have that rolled up on the front.
Okay.
So you unleash one rope and just pull, and you pull. Depends on which side you pull, that side or this side. So that sail's called a jib. J-I-B. So if you have a boat that has a Genoa, you're better off.
Okay.
There's something you just go sailing with, just unroll it and you're good, and it's so much easier, especially by yourself.
I'll look out for that.
Versus this saying, put this away, so it's painful because you have to lap. Like when we come back, it's actually a pain to put this away and to raise it up. That one, just unhook it, unroll. It takes like 10 seconds. Versus this one could take a few minutes.
As I looked around, I was amazed with the peace that comes with sailing. Breathing the crisp bay air and watching the beauty of the city around me was an experience unlike any other. Not many people get to experience the bay this way, perhaps out of fear of the water, the fear of the many dangers that sailing brings, or perhaps the fear of the entire alien world that lies beneath the surface. It takes courage to be a nomad. No matter if you live in an RV, a van, a bus, or a boat, it takes courage to pack up all your belongings and let the spirit of adventure be your guide. It takes bravery to face the things that scare us. But in my experience, the things that scare me are the experiences that I cherish the most. Living in my bus the past year has been an incredibly humbling experience. It has helped me see what I truly need to be happy. It has taught me to live minimally, with only what I need, and also helped me to be more mindful of my consumption. And even though the coronavirus had halted my bus life road trip, this downtime has allowed me to slow down, to focus and listen to the inner voice that I had silenced long ago. And in just 1 week, I had achieved my lifelong dream of learning to sail, and the rest is yet to come.